Like and subscribe my channel and share with those guys who want to learn SD-WAN. Thank you so much.
Now we can go to the policies. So I have multiple policy to show you. Mm, training. So I have service VPN prefer ISP policy, bandwidth limiter. Uh, I don't think so. I'll show you bandwidth limiter if it work. The DIA I have done packet duplication possible or not, but I will show you the how to configure the policy here packet duplication uh, and the service chaining overview. So this kind of policy I'm having. So there's a it's totally depend on your design that how you are designing your network. So there's a multiple policy you can configure. So here is a fresh thing, no list, nothing is there. So if I click on add policy, it will ask you just configure this first color. These are some by default one. There is a by default configured Google app, Microsoft app. I have not configured anything. Prefix blank, site, no VPN, nothing is there. Right. So first we need to configure these list. So I will configure the list here. There's a MPLS. So here I can select one color. So I'm sharing just example of according to my topology. Here, if you are designing your network differently, so you can select multiple color and you can put any list name. MPLS add. So you can click on internet, and here I'm using public internet color for this internet, so that I will be able to identify what are this. And application, we can define the new application list. Instagram, Netflix, and select Instagram, Netflix, add, and data prefixes. Later on we will define the data prefixes. So let me show you some policy today. What I can show you: packet duplication list creation, terminal attach. Okay, we'll see this packet duplication policy lab. So why this is required? Actually, there's a two feature. By default, some SD-WAN automatically enable this kind of feature, but in Viptela we need to configure the policy. So there is a two things that one you had about FEC, forward error connection, and this packet duplication. So in packet duplication, what will be happen? By chance, you assume that you have two circuit at your site. In our topology, we have two circuit. Right now, we in the lab there is no packet drop generator, but I can show you through this one that how it's work, how you can verify that the packet duplication is happening or not. For example, on your branch one side, there's a one vEdge and there's a two transport, one internet, one is MPLS. By chance, this internet links having drop, right? And you want that your some critical user application should not be dropped while they are accessing through the hub or any other things. I mean, these are the critical application. You don't want that this traffic should be dropped anyhow. Other user may face the issue, but this traffic will run fine. So you can define the policy for that those prefixes. Okay, this subnet will not face any issue. Suppose some higher management is sitting at your location, like your VP or CEO, so you don't want to escalate those things. So you can configure this kind of policy that for this subnet prefix, traffic will not be drop. Either link is having drop or not, because sometimes it take time to switch. It's a load balancing, right? Your traffic is going via here and if it is dropped, so the vEdge will switch to this one, but sometimes it takes time to switch in. So or means by any reason you don't want this packet drop, so what you can do, you can configure this policy packet duplication. So what will happen, Whenever this site will try to reach to another site, uh, it will duplicate the packet from both of the transport. One packet will, some same packet will go via this internet, another packet will go via this MPLS. So it will duplicate the packet on both of the transport, right? So that's how when the packet is reached to other site, then other VH will identify, okay, I have received 100 packet, but out of 100, I am already received 80 packet from this internet transport, internet overlay tunnel, and I have received another 100 packet from here, but I found 80 packet is already received from internet, so only 20 is received from MPLS. It means 80 is duplicate packet. So it basically it identify that how many duplicate packet I have received, so it will discard them, and it will only save only those packet which is needed, right? So if the maybe internet links having dropped, so it will duplicate the packet from both of the transport. So that's how that your user will not face any performance issue. The condition is that your link should have some bandwidth for the same.
Sachin,
Mhm.
uh, just taking this example, uh, if we configure this packet application policy on, do we have to configure it on the source side VH only, or do we have to configure it at both the ends,
Both
both
the ends.
the
Both the ends.
both the ends? So that means I will have to configure this policy on each and every side, basically,
Yeah, if
because
you want.
let's say uh, because let's say this application which I'm hosting, let's say I have very critical application, let's say a trading application, right? I can not afford it go down in any circumstances, because especially into the market hours.
Mhm.
So the trading application must not go down in any of the scenario. uh,
Mhm.
the users can be sitting anywhere, right? So the
Mhm.
users may be sitting across hundreds of locations,
Mhm.
and they will be accessing this application, which let's say I'm hosting into my DC.
Mhm.
So I will have to configure this packet duplication policy on all those hundreds of sites along with the DC, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say the packet is are being transmitted, duplicate duplicate
Yeah. Yeah.
traffic, I mean packets are being transmitted from DC to sites.
Mhm.
But how do they actually know, like um I mean, how do they track it, the sites, whether it is a new packet, or it is really a duplicate traffic, or
That's what the SD-WAN is doing. You don't need to configure anything to identify that one.
I
That
understand
that
we
is
are
the
not doing
SD-WAN
anything, but
mechanism,
how
that
how
you
does
know
the
that every
SD-WAN
packet have a
fabric?
number, right? If you had heard about in your IT courses when you done your BSc or MC or BTech, so most of the time we learn about that parity bits, right? Parity bit attached with that one, right? So RAID thing, have you heard about that? In VMware we also configure the RAID 1, RAID 0, RAID 5, mirror
RAID RAID.
RAID, RAID,
Hmm.
right? So those technology also work on the same thing. They identify with the numbers that it's a mirroring of the data. So the same thing here, as you know that every packet when will we go out, it will be labeled with some numbers, right? That's how in the last long time, I think 10 or 15 years back, when we work on the 2Gs, right? When we download any picture on the Gmail or anything else, it is coming on the chunks, right? First, the whole picture we are not able to see that time when the
No, I
internet was
understand.
slow. Yeah.
Listen. But see, I have got two or maybe three or maybe four, over how many n number of transports, right?
Uh-huh.
For the sake of simplicity, I'm talking about two only.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this traffic is being generated from branch one
Mm-hmm.
and being transmitted to two different, ISPs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this ISP does not know.
I'm not talking about Kayur. I think you are missing underlay and overlay. You should understand clearly that we are creating one overlay from one device to another device, right? So it's a IPsec tunnel we are creating here. There's a tunnel between from this side to this side. Whatever transport using you are underlay, that is not a part of your SD-WAN fabric. Your SD-WAN
Fine,
fabric
fine.
is yeah, it's part of overlay. So these tunnels knows that which packet I need to go there, I need to go there, and other device also having a tunnel with this side. So this DC also knows that I am getting this packet from this tunnel, and both tunnel I am these both tunnels is having connectivity with branch 1. So DC knows that okay, I got the packet from this tunnel, I got the packet for this tunnel. It's not a concern of the ISP. We know that these IPsec tunnel overlay is using the underlay, but it doesn't mean that packet is going via underlay. Packet is going via overlay through the tunnels. So ISP does not know, and ISP will not know also that
No,
what kind of traffic. That's the
I got
reason
that.
MPLS that's the reason that SD-WAN in market. If ISP knows it's a open internet, then nobody will use the SD-WAN. It's a secure tunnels, right? So ISP does not need to know, and ISP even does not know that what kind of traffic you are traversing. They only providing you transport, and you are making your tunnels to the other sites. Clear? So tunnels knows, this device knows which packet number I have received, and which packet number I have received from here. Okay, this packet I have received already from the internet transport, so I need to discard from the MPLS one. So it will not conclude when that packet will be concluded, the data will be concluded there. Clear?
So more or less, traffic should be generated within the overlaid infrastructure only.
Yeah. Traffic is
Right.
traveling on the overlay infrastructure only.
So
Underlay
if
is just
someone is
playing the
coming
role to
from the
provide a
internet,
one road. It's a like an example that you can understand like in a way that, for example, you have this is the overlay underlay concept is very important. Otherwise, when you do the routing any policy, then it will be confusion. In the starting phase, I also got confused that how it's getting traverse. So if you will see, let me open this. Suppose you have this road. Suppose this is the highway connecting between Pune and Mumbai, right? One location is this. Sorry, I think I need to restart my laptop. This is the Pune, this is the Mumbai. There is a road between in these two cities. Just for IPsec, you can consider we have laid down one very big pipe. That is a plastic pipe. So now you are traveling on the road. Everybody will able to see you. Who are you? Is the car? Is truck? Is man? It's animal. But if you lay the pipe between these two cities to make the connectivity, whatever going inside, nobody will able to see that what's going inside. That's kind of underlay. However, road is playing the role to lay this pipe. It is creating the path to so that you can lay one plastic pipe and you will traverse under the plastic pipe. So this road only playing the role for the like this on the transport. Underlay is playing the role to reach from one side to another side, but this underlay does not know what exactly traveling between this underlay. Only overlay is using. That's the reason, right? So that's a concept we need to think about. Clear? So hope it's clear, Kayo. Any question? I think you are on mute.
yes, that is pretty clear. So my concern was more or less that if someone if the application is internet hosted or someone is accessing from the internet, then this duplication feature won't be utilized anyhow, right?
Yeah. If
It's
you're
just
doing the
within the
you,
DC to branch, branch
DC
to
to
DC.
branch, yeah, application level. If you are in any application, you are advertising from the DC to branch. If you are going from directly from branch to the any internet website cloud hosting, that it will not work
Okay.
because that hosted cloud will not do any duplication and that right. They will not do any. They will not participate in this one. So if I'll go through this policy, Cisco VS device use packet duplication to overcome packet loss. The condition is that if you are activating this policy, so you should have the sufficient bandwidth. It doesn't mean that because of the some user you choke your bandwidth, because packet.
Like and subscribe my channel and share with those guys who want to learn SD-WAN. Thank you so much.